and, collect cards, keep going on your progressions, and then migrate over to the next gen, and you get everything that you did. Your progression, your cards, your My Points, your VC, and your tokens all carry over to next gen.
Yeah, I know one thing the community was absolutely asking for is that sense of progression and putting in that time and having it pay off between generations, so that's a great thing to hear.
So Blake, what do you...
Oh, Canada.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's Friday night, and live, DA, he's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Milton in at point. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Here's Milton.
Hey, who got him?
Passes it to Harris. Here's Milton. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. They made things difficult out there.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Lowry. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Milton. Lowry covering. Milton the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. That's tipped. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Siakam. The stupendous finish in traffic.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Here's Embiid. Here's Horford. And there's the pass to Embiid. Now here is Harris. Defended by Ibaka. They shoot again. Shot clock at 6. And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
To the inside. Here's Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been.
Oh, wow!
Nice.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. On the left block, and the shot is long. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Hey, Chris, this year pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus Alls checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and Embiid is right there.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
It's good. Lowry's got his second bucket.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Horford kicks to Neto. The feed to Embiid, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Horford, and it's Korkmaz in for Harris.
And the Hakeem Olajuwon comparisons, they're somewhat legitimate. I mean, Embiid's skill set and size is something you don't see very often.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Feibel. That shot off. Great D that time from Davis. And even 3-on-3 break. It's stolen. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gasol with the steal. Davis, the pass to Boucher, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Left side, Scott. And here's Neto outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to...
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Toronto right now, we've got Davis. He's out there with Norman Powell. Marc Gasol is out there with Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Boucher in at the 4 spot. And here are the 76ers now. 7-point differential. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Pass to Burks. Latrey. Boucher with the rebound.
That would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Richardson. 6 points for him. From 10 feet out. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Lowry has the open look. A 3-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors. Burks on the wing. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Van Vliet. The shot missing. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Horford. The 9-footer's on the mark. Horford's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers.
I respect how Horford rarely tries to move out of his skill level. He knows what he can do and does it well.
Here's Anunoby. That ball's nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. Anunoby's got his first 2 points of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Siakam throws it down.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Birch for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. And only 6 feet tall in shoes. Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Siakam against Harris. 5 to shoot. Pass to Richardson. Wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Richardson's got 8 points.
Well, they'll take that. But they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
Here's Van Vliet, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Richardson. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Raptors leading by 16. Uncovered. Again, Toronto.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. He gets it in there. That's 10 points for Josh Richardson.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Passes it to Horford. Back to Neto over Davis. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And so in the game for the 76ers, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Embiid, then there's Richardson, and it's Milton in at the point guard position. Inside, here's Siakam, and it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
Toronto leading by 16.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now the pass to Van Vliet. To the paint, 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And the Raptors making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Harris dishes to Embiid. Kicks to Horford. And stolen by Siakam. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Siakam finds Lowry. Yep, that one goes. Lowry's got 9.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was so...
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the Raptors miss again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, guarded by Embiid.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Thibault can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 16. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Milton's shot is good.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Gasol trying to free himself up. 2 points. That one goes. Van Vliet's got 7.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Out to the wing. Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Embiid. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Davis is checked in for the Raptors. Then for the 76ers, and Robinson III comes in for Mike Scott. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Shake Milton. Outside, Davis. This one for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Powell. Moves back up. Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Toronto taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've had active hands and have forced. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Davis, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Stolen by Robinson. Neto, the pass to Harris. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And a wide open look for Siakam. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And it's Neto in the corner. Kicks it out to Richardson. 4 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Oh, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Harris passes to Neto. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Siakam kicks to Lowry. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Lowry. And it's Davis missing.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
Here's Neto, now recovering. Kicks it out to Richardson. To the wing right side. Pass to Neto. Harris outside. Launches it. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Passes it to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Lowry with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And Ibaka kicks to Davis. 1:51 left in the game. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Neto, the pass to Richardson. Out to Harris. Trying to get something going. Drops in the tray.
Oh, what a beautiful shot by Tobias Harris. I mean, he's getting very consistent from there. Now, it's just a matter of getting better and better.
Z-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Pascal Siakam.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominance. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. RPM Tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
So Blake, what are you excited to do in my team in NBA 2K21?
Just delve right in. For me, the most fun part about my team is starting fresh, honestly. When you get that new game, you pop it in and you build your team from those bronze, silver, gold tier players and are able to, when you finally get that, you know, the amethyst, it's like gold at
the tall buildings of downtown. And with pregame routines. I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point. From the left block, he sends it through. Walker's got the opening basket of the game for the Celtics. Boris, you look at these two teams, both with strong rebounding numbers.
Kevin, we are talking about two teams who play a physical, aggressive style. There is no back down on either side. I would anticipate a rugged interior game that might lead to a little bit of chippiness right up your alley, Kevin.
Oh, don't we love these kind of games? I mean, these are a blast to call.
No doubt.
Here's Brown after the made shot from Joel Embiid. It's Brown with the drive, and Brown throws it down.
Oh,
my goodness, Kevin Brown finishes off the drive, not simply laying it in, but a message of authority on the dunk.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. He kicks to Horford. Richardson outside. 6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Here's Milton following the bucket by the Celtics. Harris outside. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
There's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Outside Tatum. Here's Brown. Here's Tice. Passes to Brown. Back to Tice. 6 to shoot. Tatum with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Second chance shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
It's Smart with the drive, and it's good for 2.
And this is where Marcus Smart has gotten so much better at reading the defense. He sees an open lane, and he attacks it.
For 3, Richardson buries it from 3-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Smart kicks to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Walker against Richardson. Back to Tatum. That falls. Nice speed that time from Walker.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Out left to the wing. Here's Thibault, guarded by Walker. Thibault, the pass to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Celtics with the lead. Taken away. It's Richardson on the wing. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. The pass to Thibault. Back to Embiid. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Embiid. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Well, you know Marcus Smart understands how to use his body inside, and I just love how he goes right up with the shot.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Robinson down low. Guarded by Tatum. Robinson, that's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kanter, the pass to Wanamaker. with 1 on the clock. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he
coming from the place where
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
You know, there's a balance between that aggression and overdoing it. You can't reach in. These are things officials are looking to call.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Kanter. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Here's Neto. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Brown right side. Pass to Walker. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Now, here's Walker. He's got 6. Here's Tice. Walker. Walker on the foul. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Tice, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And another turnover here by Philadelphia. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Walker kicks to Brown. Hayward left side. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You know, Kevin, Gordon Hayward has paid a price in the gym, and now his strength allows him to score through aggressive defenders.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Richardson.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Brown kicks to Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Boston leading by 5. Brown finds Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the inside. Pass to Williams. Back to Brown. Left side Williams. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, don't you love the way Jaylen Brown is squaring up in the mid-range? This guy's getting his feet under him. His pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Here's Milton. Richardson outside. The pass to Thybulle. From deep. They get the rebound. Tries again. Harris trying to get free. Hayward with some nice D. Oh, trying for it. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for Williams. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Then for the 76ers, Scott comes in for Harris. Robinson is subbed in for Shake Milton. Here's Wanamaker. Puts it up. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held it 2. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so, in the game for the 76ers, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. The 76ers trail by 7.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track. Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Richardson the pass to Harris. Horford has a wide open look. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Horford's got the first bucket of the third here for the 76ers. Tatum on the wing. The dish to Hayward. Back to Tatum. Hayward passes to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown with it. Now defended by Embiid. The kick out to Tatum. Sinks the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Out to Harris. to the left side wing. Embiid inside, defended by Tice. Here's Richardson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 7.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Walker looking for an opening. No good from outside.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And a dunk by Horford.
Well, the rise for the alley-oop, just remarkable timing, perfect execution.
And I'll tell you, for all the intangibles that Al Horford brings to the table every night, the leadership, there is such a humble, authentic, unselfish nature that I think sets the tone for the whole team.
Here's Milton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Milton's got his second basket of the night.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Brown against Richardson. Now, here's Tice. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And the veteran leader, Al Horford, a calm, quiet locker room presence, Doris, but his words carry a lot of weight.
No doubt, Kevin. Why? Because he's always team first, because he plays the game the right way, and this helps create a culture of winning. It's why Al Horford is so coveted.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Shoots from 12. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And you know, for that Knicks game, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
The Celtics need to get a shot off. The 3 from Tatum. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Boston shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Pass to Wanamaker. Down low. Kanter finds Williams. Back to Kanter. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Even when Enes Kanter takes contact, he's able to stay in control and play through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
Pass to Embiid. Buries it down low. Embiid's got 9.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Ball stolen. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way.
You've got to stay attached to Alec Burks. What a job in transition as he takes off toward the rim.
Kanter. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Philadelphia ahead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, GA, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Williams is out there with Williams. Then there's Smart. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Thibault, the pass to Robinson. Shot from the wing. Again, Philadelphia. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Outside Williams. Celtics passing it around. Smart finds Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Cantor with it. Shot clock at 6. And Wanamaker gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Passes it to Thibault. And Cantor over to help. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Mike Scott. Harris comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Jake Milton in for Raul Neto. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Kicks it to Horford. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Korkmaz. Rebound Boston. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Hayward up top. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Now, Gordon Hayward has become a master in pick-and-roll situations. He knows how to get space off a screen.
Floats it up for Horford. Stolen by Smart. Hayward outside. The kick out to Walker. Here's Tice. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Hayward. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Listen, the jumper is a key weapon for this team. When Gordon Hayward's effective with it, their offense becomes more efficient. Simple as that.
Milton the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And now the fast break, and Embiid with the ball. Fader on the way. Out to Harris. Knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Enes Kanter. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Richardson's checked in. Harris dishes to Horford. Clock is at 3. Unloads. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia.
This guy is always poised, always ready to deliver. Doesn't matter how tense the game is.
It's Brown with the drive. The kick out to Tatum. And the pass to Tice. It's up a 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the pass to Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And Richardson drops them both.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Tice finds Walker. Back to Tice. The 3 from Tatum. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Celtics lead by 8.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Milton. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Boston now. Outside Tatum. Here's Brown. Good as the jump shot falls. And now a 10-point Boston lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
From deep three-point range, no good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the great.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
gold at that point. So it's just really progressing, building my collection, really just creating the dream lineup, getting my favorite players throughout the different eras and putting them in a mode and progressing my way through and just building. It's just my kind of mode. It's so fun. I'm looking forward to getting started on it.
All right, thanks, Blake. We look forward to catching up with you in 2K21. We'll see you soon.
Thanks. Look forward to it.
The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier, hoping to... Now it's ended... Well, thank you, David. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Big forward pair, Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson, then there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the 1. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Capella sends it back. Pass to Young. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Hunter with it. Harris is there, and he comes up with the deuce.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Kicks it out to Richardson. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And he makes that one.
Just a solid all-around jump shooter. Tobias working over that mid-range area.
Collins finds Young, and he converts the layup. Young's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Here's Milton, defended by Young. Here's Richardson, and the rejection by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Here's Milton. Last time, 14 points for him. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
And here are the 76ers now. After the miss from Trae Young. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Reddish the pass to Hunter. Lays it up off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Passes it to Harris. From deep. It's not going to go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. It's Young on the wing. And the 3-ball is good. He's got 9.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
It's stolen by Capella. And they're running. Here's Reddish. Here's Collins. Over in the corner, Reddish. Another shot. Tries yet again. Collins dishes to Reddish. Hunter kicks to Collins. 5 on the clock. Pass to Hunter. Kicks it out to Collins. Offline with his 3. The 76ers trail by 11. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Harris inside. He's guarded by Collins. And the basket by Harris.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Hunter. And that one drops for him. Hunter's got his second basket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Thibault. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 19-6 run. Reddish the pass to Capella. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harris drives in to the wing on the left. Horford kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hawks. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Carter outside. Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Atlanta leading by 9. Pass to Fernando. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Philadelphia. Bembry, good work there as it goes. Bembry's got his first points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. A lot of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
It's deflected. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Herter. Tipped away. The 76ers trail by 7. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Passes to Fernando. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Richardson outside. Switch. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Second shot opportunity. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
Pass to Korkmaz. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the two-hand slam. High post shot. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Very good at working off the pick and roll. Josh getting all the separation he needs.
Dedmon dishes to T. The pass to Herter. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Pass to Milton. Again, Philadelphia. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Fernando, and he makes good on the layup. Fernando's got 6 in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Neto. Passes it to Harris. Here's Thibault. And that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 9 points and
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
The Hawks leading by 4. Young inside, 16 feet away, and it's Capella missing. Richardson left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. On its way from Young for 2, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
For Atlanta, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Herter, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Herter passes to Young. Back to Herter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Herter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Young. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
The Atlanta shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. And the free throw, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. Inside from 6 away. That misses off the backboard.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Bembry kicks to Reddish. Over to the wing. Teague dishes to Capella. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Fires from the wing. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Reddish has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. A putback. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over in the corner, Reddish. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
So for the Hawks, Wayne Dedman comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Carter in for John Collins. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Raul Netos checked in for Robinson. Out to Harris. Back to Neto. They need this. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Neto's got his first points of the game.
I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
Here's Bembry, rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias, challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
Here's Bembry, and he banks in the layup. Bembry's got 4 this quarter.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Shoots it. Thibault can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 9. To the paint. Releases. Bembry shot good. Bembry's got 8.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Pass to Thibault. There's 21 seconds left in the 3rd. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on the free throw. Good on the 2nd free throw. Neto surveying the floor. Pulls up on the wing. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Tobias Harris.
A tremendous defensive rebounder. Harris getting it done at the offensive end that time.
And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then there's Richardson, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard.
Josh Richardson being aggressive. This is what his teammates want, and they can feed off that emotion and intensity.
Young's shot is off.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
Here's Harris. Rebound, Atlanta. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And the 76ers call time here. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Carter, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benton. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
Thank you, David. Atlanta calls timeout. And the 76ers making a change here. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Huerter dishes to Capella. Huerter passes to Capella. The kick out to Young. There's the three. Another miss by Young.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And that one is good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 8-point game. Capella dishes to Young. Connects on the 9-footer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Thybulle. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And that one misses. And stolen by Horford. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And he lays it straight in. That's 10 points for Joel Embiid.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Hunter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pell. It doesn't go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Huerter. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 8. Horford the pass to Milton. And the officials call a traveling violation. John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta. The 76ers also with a sub. Harris is checked in. And here's Young from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Harris outside. Will it go? The 76ers again can't hit it. The Hawks leading by 14. Young for 3. But they get it back. Milton grabs the board.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Collins comes over with the double team. And again, Philadelphia turns it over.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
Every time he shot it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside, Robinson takes a three. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. There's the pass to Fernando. Graham with the ball. Pass to Bembry. Burks pulls it in.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. And Jones pulls it down.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Three-pointer. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. lower body fluid, and goaltender.
Look forward to it.
And we only have one top play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
David, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1. Lowry with the ball. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Clark, you admired rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Embiid, the pass to Horford. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Horford kicks to Embiid. Over Ibaka. Siakam pulls it in. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Left side Lowry. VanVleet passes to Lowry. Up and in on the layup.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Now here is Horford. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Embiid, the pass to Milton. Back to Embiid. Gasol with the steal. VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Lowry. That one falls. Lowry's got 6.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. The Raptors in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside for Gasol. Down low and stolen by Horford. Here's the break. Harris finds Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Marc Gasol. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Horford. And Robinson III comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Josh Richardson. And then for Toronto, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Neto. He's guarded by Davis. Thibault, the pass to Robinson. Embiid with it. Outside for Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great positioning on the putback.
No surprise seeing Embiid rise up like that. Fantastic at getting around the defense on the offensive glass there.
Here's Anunoby. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
On deep. And Davis pulls it down.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Now Embiid after the missed three from Marc Gasol. Here's Robinson. Robinson missing again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. Korkmaz passes to Burks. And here's Gasol outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that does it for the first quarter. The Raptors out in front, leading by 5. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about
you come in every day, guys in the gym.
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Toronto.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
They've got Korkmaz. Embiid is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Outside, Scott. Thibault, the pass to Burks. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Launches a three. A new 14 for the 76ers. And Embiid throws it down.
When he's close to the rim, the attitude that Embiid brings is, I'm dunking this thing.
Foul for three. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Korkmaz kicks to Burks. And he jams it with authority.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Thibault, the pass to Korkmaz. He dishes it to Embiid. No good that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside, Davis. Boucher, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by one.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play. Get into the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
On the wing, Davis. Burks covering. That one drops for him.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Some rookies have had a very hot hand this season. These are the best three-point shooters in the NBA's freshman class. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 8 points for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Lowry.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Robinson goes in. Pass to Horford. Robinson kicks to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Harris from the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
No wasted motion with Harris. He's so smooth and polished as a scorer. He gets those catch-and-shoot jumpers off nicely.
And Lowry gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Raptors. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. It was a fast pace for Toronto at the outset. They launched into a 6-0 run with an...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
Milton the pass to Harris to the inside. Embiid kicks to Harris. From 18 feet away, Toronto grabs the miss. Van Vliet looking around, and Siakam throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Embiid drops them both.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Harris inside the line. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Tobias Harris. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, putting up about 22 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
The 76ers with another miss. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steel us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
His first shot coming late. Goes back up. 8 feet away, and the pass to Richardson. And it's denied. And they'll keep possession. And the dunk by Horford. Raptors leading by 8. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. From 7. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Lowry, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the 76ers. Raul Neto comes in for Shake Milton. And the Raptors also making a change. Powell's checked in. Neto kicks to Richardson. Robinson against Powell. And that one comes up a bit short.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Neto surveying the floor. Richardson outside. Harris outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Robinson for three. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 18 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Neto. They get it back. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Lowry. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then it's Robinson, and it's Neto in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defenses present.
Lowry looking around, stolen by Robinson. And it's Neto in the corner. Robinson passes to Thibault. Now Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Right side Lowry. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Lowry's got 12 points in just the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Gasol against Embiid. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game in my opinion.
Outside for Lowry. Siakam, right side. Davis has the open look. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Embiid, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto.
Well, I tell you what, so hard to guard all that size. I mean, Embiid is an absolute monster, and he knows how to draw fouls, too.
Harris is checked in for Burks, and the Raptors also making a change. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. Inside, here's Ibaka. Al Horford with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 17. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Back to Harris. Here's Lowry. Makes it off the glass. Lowry's got 24. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded closely. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And so Lowry nails both of them. The 76ers trail by 19. Harris outside. Richardson outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Horford trying to free himself up. Richardson, good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Toronto.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyle Lowry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Milton's shot is good.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Raptors lead by 16.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
A shot by Milton, no good. Now here's Lowry. He's guarded closely. Misses the layup. Horford in the post. Here's Embiid. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were, wait, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kent.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
man. We had to really show this. Wait, no! How much does ankle tape cost? How much VC? But on a serious note, thank you to our amazing community for submitting your top plays all year long. We look forward to seeing your best plays in 2K21.
Up next,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you sports fans. D8. David Eves come a long way. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Cancer.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center. And for Philadelphia, a big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at point guard. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Harris's shot is off. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. This ball movement by Boston. Walker taking his time here. Beyond the arc, and Embiid with the block.
Now, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
A second chance effort, right on the bucket. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Pass to Horford. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Even though he's been stretched out this game, Horford, he still remains a solid mid-range jump shooter.
Hayward outside. Hayward is doubled. And the rejection by Embiid. Richardson gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Good.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Several teams changing it up here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Thibault, guarded by Smart. Harris against Brown. Richardson outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Thibault. Over Smart. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say, 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills. That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
Here's Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid kicks to Scott. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Since the All-Star break, these guys have been on fire. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. These are your second half scoring leaders. In the third spot, Jason Tatum.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Now the pass to Tatum. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Has a great feel for where defenders are on the court. Tatum navigates himself nicely.
Williams passes to Cantor. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Wanamaker. Passes it to Tatum. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Neto.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, Tatum with it. Tatum with another miss. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Boston on top, up 5. And the second quarter. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Scott. Korkmaz is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Robinson, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. 5 on the clock. Back to Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
When you see how Hayward just made that pass, you got to say, man, he's got some vision.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott, and it's Richardson in for Korkmaz. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. You know what, Kevin? You can't teach that. Brown just showing off his incredible dunking ability.
Pass to Harris. Lets it go from 14. And Boston with the rebound.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Inside, Cantor puts the move on. The Celtics working the ball around now. Round kicks to Walker. Cantor trying to free himself up. Walker's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Burks. Knocks down the 10-footer. Burks has got 5 now.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
And for Brown, it's about consistently improving. We've seen flashes from him, but now it's time for him to meet expectations.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Burks. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Here's Milton, guarded by Walker. Here's Harris. Horford trying to free himself up. Second chance shot. Harris's shot is off. Celtics leading by 3. Hayward outside. And Walker gets it to go on the assist by Hayward. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And there's the pass to Milton. It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Harris inside the line. Drops one in from the wing.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Robinson.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Williams kicks to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Harris. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Williams.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And it goes down 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Milton the pass to Harris. 35 seconds left in the first half. True on the 14-footer.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels that ease rising up for the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
To the paint. Williams kicks to Tice. To the inside. Up top, Walker. 6 points for him. Brown outside. Tice passes to Walker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Oh, that's nice shooting from there. That looked pure coming out of Walker's hands.
Out to Harris. Got it up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay mon. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, it's hard to...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to Boston. Found themselves in a close game in the first. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period. That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night. The league has cracked down C. Webb on flagrants. Who's leaving the bench? Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play. If anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Lakers days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack or flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Back to Walker. And there's the feed to Tatum. Up top, Walker. Tatum kicks to Walker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. He lobs it up, so it's Richardson with the jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. It's Brown with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Brown's got 11 points.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees. Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
Embiid drives in. It's blocked.
The long arm of the law. Tatum prohibiting that shot from ever having a chance.
Brown the pass to Tice. That one good for 2. And now a 9-point Boston lead. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players League.
Pass to Milton. Walker against Harris. Now here's Richardson. He's got 8. Deep. Doesn't go that time. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Boston making a switch here. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tatum, that's for 2. Boston, no good that time either.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Smart can't connect from short range. The 76ers trail by 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Korkmaz, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Up again. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Thibault. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Neto's got his second bucket tonight.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And that's good. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Scott is out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
The 76ers trail by 9. Thibault, the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Embiid. Passes to Thibault. Over Smart, and that one's good. Thibault got his first basket. The Celtics shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Smart kicks to Williams. No good there. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Celtics leading by 7. Down low, here's Kanter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Now the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Mike Scott, and Alec Burks subbed in for Raul Neto. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Back to Wanamaker for 3. Hayward. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers trail by 8. Here's Korkmaz. Lets it go with a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight to the inside. Nice shot by Smart. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Burks with it. The 76ers with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Embiid against Williams. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Burks for 3. Knocked away. Celtics leading by 10. Tatum drives in. And the turnover again by Boston. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker.
Look, I know he wants to get them back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not heat.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
Pass to Thibault. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Celtics.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jason Tatum.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Harris dishes to Horford.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Edwards passes to Ojale. The three-pointer off the mark. Pell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Williams, that's for two. Can't connect. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
RPM 10 benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Thanks for watching this week, and make sure you check back here for more news on NBA 2K21.
And make sure to follow us on social for all the event updates.
Remember, it's at NBA 2K.
Welcome to Philadelphia, the birthplace. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the 76ers. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for the Hawks, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Here's Young. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. It's stolen by Capella. The dish to Collins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
The pass to Capella. Hawks passing it around. Young for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Young's got 8 points. Here's Milton. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Harris, right side, lets it fly. Again, Philadelphia.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Herter passes to Hunter. It's stolen by Harris. Embiid with it and guarded by Capella. Embiid drives in. And the dunk by Embiid.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. And it's Capella missing. The 76ers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Reddish the pass to Young. And the layup falls. He's got 10.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Thibault. Misses off the right iron. The Hawks leading by 3.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedman's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. Andre Bembry is checked in for Hutter. And it's Teague in for Young.
How about Dwayne Dedman? The ability at his size to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Teague dishes to Dedman. Carter against Scott. And that's going to be a travel. 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Passes it to Thibault. Intercepted. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the wide open shot from Reddish. No good on the three. 76ers trailing. Here's Scott. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Dedman. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about
not knowing English, obviously had the big.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Carter. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Embiid. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Bembry shot good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here's Burks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Neto outside. It's Dedman with the rebound.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Teague, here we go.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Burks for 3. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks leading by 6.
Amazing story for Dwayne Dedman. Didn't play organized basketball until he was 18. Undrafted out of USC, but his talent has won out.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Here's Neto. Teague covering. Dedman with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedman. Hard to get your shot over that.
A nice shot by Carter. And he may have picked up the game late, but Dedman is making up for lost time.
What I like, he's improved his hands and decision-making. Even added a three-point shot the last couple of years. You can tell he's putting the work in.
On defense, the 76ers, following the score by Vince Carter. And the shot is good. Teague's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And here's Neto outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Neto's got a pair of triples in the second now for the 76ers. Here's Fernando. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. They recover it. Great positioning on the putback. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Neto can't get it to go.
And they funk this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Al Horford is checked in for Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Scott. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Raul Neto. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Hunter comes in for Carter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for T. Here's Young, following the score by Josh Richardson.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The 76ers trail by 6. Burks on the wing, defended by Young. Richardson for 3, hits it from three-point range. Richardson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I love that catch and shoot. Defensively, you've got to close hard. Josh is dangerous in that area.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Burks for 3. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots from 12. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Robinson for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. It's good from long range.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Richardson the pass to Thibault. And stolen by Hunter. Fast break, the Hawks. Young with the ball. And Reddish with the slam.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you.
Harris misses.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Hunter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 13 points and 2. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Well, coming into the league, John Collins mostly an around the rim scorer. His development as a shooter giving him more versatility.
And they get it back. Out to the wing. Horford kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Another miss by Philadelphia. And at Wake Forest, Collins a solid mid-range shooter. But you know what, Smitty? He has stretched his range now beyond the arc.
Kevin, credit his work ethic. A power dunker, but he's not content to live inside.
Pass to Richardson. Pulls up. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Herter passes to Capella. Young for three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Richardson, no luck.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Inside, Embiid with the steal. Count it, and the Atlanta League has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Tobias Harris.
He's a fluid athlete who knows what he's doing. Nice finish by Tobias Harris in transition.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Richardson with it. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
A heads up on the money pass from Richardson, showing us his all-around game.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the course from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals, so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
Fast break, the Hawks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
Reddish, he's checked in for Clint Capella.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
The pass to Thybulle. 1:52 left here in the third quarter. Korkmaz kicks to Burks. Detman with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. There's 1:40 left in the third. And Carter has it in the corner. A 3 ball. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Korkmaz. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Reddish with the ball. Working on Horford. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Inconsistent from range. When he first entered the league, Tobias has turned that completely around.
That drive by Carter. That one goes in. Carter's got 6 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Stretches the floor nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
Carter looking around. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Korkmaz.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Checking in for the 76ers, Joel Embiid.
6 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Young from the arc. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Atlanta bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Young, and it's Capella in at the center. Here's Korkmaz. Shoots. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight, and the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Richardson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Richardson against Young. Three-pointer. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Richardson. Here's Thibault. His three-pointer's off the mark. Atlanta leading by 10. Reddish dishes to Collins. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And Reddish with the slam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's now 9 points for Josh Richardson. Now, here is Young. Over to the left wing. Here's Reddish. And Embiid with the block. And here's Richardson outside. Richardson missing again.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The putback, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Korkmaz. Another miss by Philadelphia. Atlanta leading by 12. Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. And a change for the Hawks. Herter's checked in. Young with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Richardson against Young. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. He kicks it to Horford. The 3. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Now Young. Off on the layup.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet opposite happened.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket from Joel Embiid.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And here's Young. Passes to Herter. Back to Young. Capella trying to free himself up. And it's sent back by Horford. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Pass to Milton. There's the triple. Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Atlanta.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But in particular, a real good game it was for Trae Young.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Collins, good.
Known for his play in and around the post. Collins can also get it done shooting jumpers off the catch.
Embiid, no good. Young taking his time here. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one.